Hey, I hope you're having a great day today. Today is a 3 3/4 day. I like to look at 3 3/4 inch action figure, or 1/18 scale is what we like to call it in our community. I got some actually really cool FortNite figures, and don't listen to him. He's just mocking me. We have the $2.99 for this guy right here, and I think they did $2.99 for this one too. And the bird is still mocking me, but this guy right here looks like he's just a normal person, not even superhero-y that much. I feel like I have talked about this one before since the bird's going to mock me, but I definitely need to make sure I cover it at some point in case I didn't. And then we also have a bird that wants me to knock it down. So we have two motorcycles. Now these were on clearance at my Target. Not Target. I went to Target for like the first time in forever, and I'm now saying Target a lot. All right, for $5 or $4, usually $5.94. So I'm trying to say Series 42, and we got two motorcycles here, HD Custom, Maesto, and they are 1/18 scale, which is perfect for our little universe here. So we'll see how these guys enjoy riding on the motorcycles here. So let's get these out of the package. As we listen to the bird just make a lot of obnoxious noises. He's got a potty mouth, and I do apologize. Shush. And then we got a jet also trying to get in on the action. Everything wants to get on the action here. But that's one of the joys of being outside. Put this in the recycling bin. All right, so we got this really gorgeous motorcycle here. It is a Harley Davidson, which used to be a really good brand of motorcycles. Now, unfortunately, they have gone the way of the Buffalo as far as their credibility. I used to like Harley Davidson because they stood for something. Now they've proven they don't stand for anything except for, we just want money, we don't care. Which is sad, which is probably the reason they're down to $4 on clearance. These things used to sell out really quickly. So no, I don't feel like I'm helping the company out by buying it on clearance. All right, so the two motorcycles, by the way, we got this one right here. This looks like something old people would be driving down here to the beach. You know, not really the kind that says I'm a BA and I'm going to go to a biker bar. Actually, neither one of these feel like that. So the one on the left is considered a, oh, which one is it? I'm going to go with this one, probably. The Electra Glide. Ugh, it's an electric motorcycle. This one looks like something I have a Transformers of right here. It's it was from the Micro Man series from 1999 era, and this one is the FLTR Road Glide. All right, now we got some cool little action figures here from Fork and Knife. All right, so I do feel like I have messed with this, but maybe not on camera. I don't remember doing this on camera yet. We got body parts. I got this for $5. It was like something that it was like one of those damaged products or open products. I wouldn't say damaged. All right, so we got what looks like a basic everyday dude with tons of tats. And one of the things I love about FortNite is the action figures are usually very creative, although the ones I got today are not as creative. I do have some more in the works are coming in, but they also have incredible articulation, and they're in 1/18 scale, a little bit on the higher side, the 4-inch guide. So I'm guessing that these body parts right here are interchangeable with the existing body parts, which is kind of strange when you think about it. I guess I don't understand why would you want this body? It's mostly, I don't know why they didn't just include an extra figure. I mean, by the time you put all this stuff on, you're going to end up with a whole new figure. Only thing I'm going to have in common is probably the torso and the head. Okay. So here's the helmet. Let me get a zoom in on that. And the arms, I'll put the arms on. Let me see how the legs are going to come off. The legs are going to come off like that. So I'm a little bit honestly afraid that it's going to break off, like it's going to break the ball into his crotch. Whew. Yeah, it's a little scary. Oof. All right. But let's be honest. These legs look way cooler. I just, you know what I should do? I don't know, after I get this on and everything, I should try to on another figure all together. And, I don't know. Like, I got some doubles, and I could probably put these on a double one. Oh, it's not going to go on back easy. All right, I'm having a difficulty getting this onto the ball crotch and keeping it on. Maybe that's the reason they returned it, is because he's just not staying on. Could be. I smell a design flaw. All right, so I am having much difficulty doing this, but I am determined. I'm also being very hesitant about it because I'm afraid it's going to break off this, crotch ball. All right. Yeah, I mean, by the time you're done, you pretty much could have just, only thing that's going to be the same as this right here, which I just find extremely strange. Now, it's probably smarter to put this on before you put on the arms. Yeah, it's way too much extra to do for this. Okay, so if I can get that buckled up, I'm gonna probably have to heat some things up. Was that a cat? I'm probably gonna heat some pieces and get them together like that. Got some kind of stuff coming off on me. It's either the paint chipping or whoever had it and returned it, maybe they did take it out and play with it in the dirt or something. Yeah, this is too much of a challenge to do on the fly, so I'm gonna have to do some heating up and stuff. All right, let's just move this to the side. These guys right here, they can ride the motorcycles probably. So let's go ahead and get them out of the package. I'm beginning to think I should probably do these ahead of time. But anybody else here get these figures in particular at your store? Because I have been, at first very picky about what I get, but whenever I started seeing these at Ross for like $2.99 and even cheaper, like 99 cents on some, I'm like, I'll get whatever now. I'll get them all because I can have more of a diverse collection, for one. Number two, if I really, really, really hate the figure, I can always use it for something else, like that. I could probably use it as fodder for this guy. Make that the body parts, maybe. All right, popping him off. Now this thing looks ridiculous, and I gotta keep the package for now. Like, what the heck is this thing? Is it supposed to be a hammer? It looks like it's some kind of weird horn, like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I don't know. All right, so these things have incredible articulation. They got the left and right. You got the up and down, which is, there we go. You can look up this much, which would kill me if I tried. You can also almost see his toes. I guess he can see his toes, which is more than I can say for me. His arms can swivel around. They can also go up that much with his armpit action. He's got a joint at his elbow that goes 90 degrees. He also swivels around. He's got a wrist joint that not only swivels around, but he's got the hinge right here, so you can go out and go in. Man, the squirrels are going crazy today. He's got an upper ball joint right there. He's got a, turn at his waist that goes around 360 degrees. He's got ball joints for his crotch, of course, just like the guy I was pulling apart. He's got a thigh swivel that goes around 360. I really wish they had hit it down here, but I guess they had to keep that for the pins for this. He's got double jointed knees, which allows him to do this much. He's on his tippy toes already, which shows that he does have tippy toe action. He's got an ankle pivot, and he can bend his foot this far and go this far. So, but can he do the most important thing, which is to ride a motorcycle? Let's put him on the, I don't know. Okay, so the other one's gonna be black and white, dude, so I'll put him on this one. Almost immediately, his left hand went toward the handlebar. So he's like, yeah, oh yeah. He looks just right. He can even put a girl on the back right there if he wants to. All right, let's get the what is it called? The Cobra Kai guy. Good. Fly off the table. So yes, I do keep the cards. I like the art on them most of the time. Hey, Midnight. Midnight came over here to see what I was doing. Probably she's got a little tail wagging like she's about to pounce on something under my car. So out of the package we see Tomato Head Tempest, which I've seen a lot. They had a lot of Tempests up there, but I'm like, for now I only got one. Singularity looks pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure I either have this one or I have one that's oh yeah, I can just put the top packaging in there. I either have this one or I have one that's the inverted colors, like the black with the white bones, which I think I do remember that one. So that's probably the one I can think of that I have. Okay, so he's got the same articulation, so I'm not going to bore you to death with that. Too late. So let's go ahead and put his reaping. What is that thing called? Grand Reaper. All right, let's see if he can ride this one, because I thought that he might look better on the gray and white, because it's a little bit more like black and white, but his white really is shining out. Now he looks like he's too big for this one. He can fit on it, but he looks like he's really having to squash to get into it. Let's see. Let's put his leg down like he's in a resting position, because everybody looks like they're squatting when they're sitting on a motorcycle and motorcycling. Ooh, this is really fragile. Yeah, I don't know. He looks like he's a little bit too big in my opinion. Let me get rid of this and put him down a little bit like he's in the full riding mode. Let me get some elbow action going on here. I personally like to drive like this. Personally, I don't like to be sitting backward riding. I feel like that's. I mean, this is the kind of bike you would do that on. I'm just more the sit forward kind of person. So what do you think? Does that look right? Because for some reason he just looks a little bit too big for that. But these are the 118 bikes. So let me know if you have any of these, if you got them into your collection, and I could try one more time on this, but I'm sure you're like already clicked off by now. Like, this is so boring. Because see, he's got his shirt down there, which is like really weird. Oh, there we go. It popped on. Either that or I broke it. Usually when I hear a snap, it's a snap, crackle, and pop. And then I get up out of bed. That was a soft pop, but it was still popped in. Now this thing right here, I'm gonna maybe have to heat this up to get it to really seal the deal. I don't know. Maybe I gotta take the helmet off and maybe it seals underneath the helmet. All right, let's get his other arm on. His arm and hammer. See, the thing's bent, so it's having a hard time getting into the hole. And if I try to bend it down, I might have to heat it to get it to come down. Oh, it came down. Okay, good. Either that or it broke. All right. It's very stiff. Okay, so we do have these leg things. I'm going to assume it goes over here. I could look at the instructions, but nah, who wants to look at the instructions? Okay, he does look really good in this mode, but it just feels weird to have legs hanging around. All right, I'm going to guess this goes on his backside, probably out of this. And I do like that sword. Look at that. Let's take a look at that gorgeous sword. Maj, which is of course Klingon for good. And he came with this extra little gun, which doesn't match him at all. So I'm wondering if this was taped on it. You know what? It does match his hand right here, so it may go with his alternate identity or whatever. Uh-oh. I didn't get this crotch plate on. Which makes me wonder, maybe it was so hard to get this on because maybe that other thing comes off. You know, it does pay Piper. Instructions. You gotta take all the pieces off. You got the 2 extra guns, which I think I only got one of them. It doesn't show me taking anything off because I don't think it does. But I probably should have put this on before I put his legs on, which is too late now. I don't know, he looks good like that, my personal opinion. All right, let's try. Let's see which way goes in the front. I'm guessing this part does, and it's smaller. Usually goes in the front, and the butt flap is usually bigger. Depends on how big your butt is, I suppose. You know, might help to take these off. All right, there we go. I got his crotch plate in place. And now, let's put back on the legs, thighs, or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, but with all this extra stuff on him, he feels really more fidgety, like I'm afraid to even play with him or posing. But he does look really cool, though. You can't deny that. I mean, he looks like he'd be really cool just sitting on the shelf and kind of like, I'm going to kill you all. Oh, no, dude. So, too late for me, dude. I'm already a skeleton. But yeah, I think he does look right on this one. Maybe it's just some of 118 scales are not as big as other ones. Let's take a look at the actual motorcycles themselves. Oh, they're pretty much exactly spot on. Maybe it's just the presentation, like he just looks right on it, and maybe the white makes him look like he does not fit on this. All right, well, thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments below if any of this is something you have, and what did you do with your figure? Did you keep him like this? Did you transform him back and forth, or what did you do with these pieces? Because if I ever get a broken one, well, I guess I got spare pieces to use for them. You know, if I ever find a broken figure, I can, like, you know, for 5 cents or something, I can just pick it up. All right, have a great day.